All right, it's been a while, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Good to see everybody. We are here to watch SmackDown tonight. That's right. Hope everybody's doing well. It's good to be here. Feels different, right? It's been a few weeks. It really has been. I believe about 2 to 3 weeks. It's been, right. So yeah, it's been a bit. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Great to see you. That's right, Ricky. Good to see you. Tony, Andy, Jonathan. Don't mind my absence of sunglasses tonight, guys. I don't have my sunglasses with me, so yeah, that's that. But good to see everybody. Welcome. That's right. 2.5 weeks, Andy. That's right. And these 2.5 weeks have been incredibly busy. That's why I've been away. Of course, one of those weeks was because of the WWE tour. They were coming to India, and I went there and I did the coverage from there. It was a great opportunity to go there. It was fantastic. And, I'll soon be uploading a full day vlog on the channel where you'll see how they welcomed us, how they hosted us, the whole experience of the day. It was incredible. Very, very cool experience. I'll go in detail about it. I'll talk about it as well later on in this live stream. But yeah, that was that. Apart from that, we had, more stuff going on. Some traveling for Sony. That's the official partner of WWE right here. They're the network partners for the company over here. So I was also with them for a bit. And apart from that, we had some other stuff going on in the office. So that's why I was away for a bit. But here we are, back here. We got Jonathan says, I'm not surprised Riddle has been released. Riddle has not been released yet, right? Or did I miss the best news? I'm just kidding. But no, Riddle has not been released. He is still in the contract. He's still there, guys. Riddle is there. Baron Corbin is still there. Again, we don't want anybody to get released. We don't want anybody to lose their jobs, but they're still there. Riddle, Baron Corbin, as far as I'm aware, they're still there. We got Clay. Good to see you. Welcome. Saraya has yes, she has. Saraya, I believe, was one of the very first people outside of the WWE circle to reach out to Tenel. And she posted a tweet saying hi, Tenel. So who knows what that entails. But she did reach out to her. She did. All right. Wait a second. Ricky says, okay, so did this happen while I was sleeping? Wait, really? Riddle's been released? Okay. Oh my goodness. I see it now. Riddle has been released. You've got to be kidding me. Oh dear. Wow. I'm very much surprised right now, guys. Matt Riddle has been... So I was sleeping when this happened. Obviously, I see it happen about 40 minutes ago. But it's true. Matt Riddle has been released. That's crazy. Yeah, that is insane. Yeah, the feelings that I had for him, keeping that aside, it's always terrible when you see somebody losing their job or something. So, yeah, I feel sad for him. Yeah, I definitely do feel sad for Riddle here. Mustafa, good to see you. Broman, welcome, my brother. Hope everybody's doing well, first of all. Broman, I hope you have been doing well. And hope that everybody checked out my interviews. Did you check out my interviews? I did a few of them. Imperium, we had Gunther, we had Ludwig Kaiser, we had Vinci, we did an interview with Natalia, of course Shanky. More interviews are yet to come out. I still have to post them, but I hope that you enjoyed the interviews that I have posted already. And that's right, True is here. True says, told you, AJ, there would be a few more releases. You did, brother, you did. And you know what? I always take your predictions as spoilers. And that's what they are all the time. Gary, my brother, good to see you. Welcome. Tony says, Riddle says he's no longer... Yeah, about 40 minutes ago, the news broke out that Riddle has been fired. He's been released. It's true. I wonder if it's because he don't want to work alongside Dana White. I wonder if that, plays a role here. It could. It definitely could. Yep. And thank you, Mustafa. That's right. Ricky says this, including Riddle, is 22 stars getting released. It's true, 22 indeed. AJ Styles was also an Impact superstar. Yep, he's made an impact everywhere he goes. I want to see Dolph tag team with his brother. It's very possible. It's very much possible. I mean, I believe it's only up to Dolph Ziggler. If he wants to do it, if he still has that kick for pro wrestling in him, he could very well go out there and do it. Wait a second. Okay. AJ Styles and John Cena on the same page over here. With John Cena, guys, I gotta tell you this. I've got to share this with you. So, the press conference, right? We were sent, the whole information, the whole details about the press conference. We were told that all these stars are going to be there at the press conference. There was no mention of John Cena, and I was like, of course, there's no John Cena at the press conference. So he was not mentioned. He was not scheduled to be there because John Cena flew into India literally, an hour before the press conference was about to begin or so. So that's when he flew into Hyderabad, that is, the city for the show. So John Cena was not scheduled to be there at the press conference. The press conference went on for about 2 hours. And, towards the end of the 2 hours, I started hearing some chirps, right? Right next to me, a WWE guy was standing, and along with him was a bouncer. So they fly in their own bouncers as well from the U.S. So all these bouncers are American, wearing the WWE logo shirt. I believe they don't trust the security over here or whatever the case might be. But they have the bouncers also flying in from the U.S. So this WWE guy, along with the bouncer, I heard some chirps. So I hear the bouncer go, "Is he coming here?" Wow, that's crazy. I just heard that. And the moment I heard that, I was like, that's it. Cena's coming here. Cena is coming to the press conference. And, I told... I told the person with me about it that, okay, Cena's definitely coming. And slowly and steadily, the room started to get to know about it. Some of the press reporters did not get to know that John Cena was coming, and they left early. So once they left, they were not allowed entry back in. But the WWE let everybody leave if they wanted to leave because they wanted the room to be comparatively empty. They did not want it to be overcrowded, so they were letting people leave if they chose to. And then they had the cameras line up towards one wall of the room, and, everybody was ready, the media was ready, the room was ready, and right there they tell, okay, John Cena is not even coming from there, he's coming from the other side of the room. So very quickly, all the cameras had to move, they all had to shift, and, because they were such huge, humongous cameras, I had to sneak in, I had to be sneaky. So I got into the spot where all the WWE crew was standing, where none of the media was standing. So the media was standing to the front, I went to the side where the WWE crew was standing, and they were nice to me, so that was okay. And John Cena barely took questions. He took like 2 or 3 questions. As he was on his way out, I asked him my question, and he was very gracious. He took my question as well. Pretty cool. It was a very cool moment. I almost broke down to tears. It was amazing. The press conference was fantastic. Yeah. And let's see. And Jonathan says, I felt sorry for Dolph Ziggler being released. I know, brother. We got Run DMG in the chat. Good to see you, brother. But with Dolph Ziggler, I believe that the doors and windows of opportunity are definitely wide open for him. Talented guy, one of the best sellers of our generation, if I'm not wrong. So wherever he'll go, he'll find success. I'm pretty sure about that. And here we are, Bobby Lashley with the glasses. Guys, I've been gone for like 3 weeks, right? I don't know what's going on here with herd profits. I don't know what they're calling them, or street business. I'm not sure. Let me know what's going on with the street profits and Bobby Lashley. I see Bobby Lashley's acting like a manager. Is that right? I see him right there in the corner with the glasses and the suit. Yeah, and I don't see any change in attire for the street profits at all. So is that it? Is Bobby Lashley more like a manager now? Is that what's going on? We got Tony says Santos Escobar and Selena had an excellent and touching interview on last Wednesday's Mom. All right, I'll take a look at that, Tony. SmackDown was a good show, says Ricky. Andy says, AJ, you had done a fine job interviewing the wrestlers. Thank you for that, Andy. I told you were... thank you, Andy. Yeah, I got nervous for a little bit. That morning, I was like, what am I even going to ask? I don't even know how much time am I going to be allowed. I don't know how are they going to be doing the whole media scrum, because it was not told to us if it was going to be like a conference or if it's going to be like an open floor kind of stuff. So when we got there, of course, that's when they revealed the plan, and it was cool. It was cool. Once the wrestlers approach you, the questions automatically sort of come to your head. So it was cool. I liked it. Let's see. Mustafa says that he was shocked when The Rock returned. Yes, The Rock did come back. And, funny enough, a lot of people on social media claiming that WWE had to release all the other stars that they released over the past 2 days because they had to pay The Rock some money. Who knows? Maybe they are saving up for The Rock. Maybe they are saving up for Cristiano Ronaldo. How many of you guys have heard the rumors of Ronaldo coming over to the WWE, teaming up with John Cena at Crown Jewel? Because the rumors are crazy. The rumors are out there that Cristiano Ronaldo might be coming to the WWE to Crown Jewel to team up with John Cena. It's crazy. It seems like the multiverse of matches over here. But let me know if you've heard the rumors and if you think it's going to happen. Ricky says you did great. Thank you for that, Ricky. I was the only one, guys, I've got to tell you, this is a very proud moment. I was the only one who was there representing their own brand, because everybody else there was mainstream media. Every single outlet there was mainstream media. And literally, we were the only ones who were there representing their own brand. That was pretty cool. And I'll tell you the other thing that was very cool. The mainstream media does not know anything about the WWE, right? They don't know anything about the wrestlers, about the company. They know nothing. And if you watch any of my interviews, right, you'll see other mainstream media outlets just trying to poke their microphones in, even though they were not allowed to, in the middle of my interviews because they were trying to steal my answers or my questions. It was ridiculous, but they did not know anything. And when John Cena's arrival was announced that, okay, he's going to be here in a minute, all these people got super nervous and they started to ask me, who is Cena fighting tonight? Or what questions do I ask? It was crazy. Yeah, they don't do their homework at all. And Jonathan says, wait, Drew says Ziggler will be okay. That's right. Hurt Business 2.0 says Ricky, I see that. Okay. What happened to Roman Reigns? Haven't seen him in ages. I know, Jonathan. Neither have I, brother. Neither have I. They haven't officially named the group. I see. They haven't. Thanks for that, Andy. All right, Jonathan says, why was it when The Undertaker was champion, he was fighting? I think the times have changed, Jonathan. I think it becomes socially acceptable, to be champion, to be the number one guy, and not show up week after week. Earlier, back in the day, you just had to. Nowadays, you have an option. I think we have to thank Brock Lesnar for that, because Brock Lesnar, he normalized that main... that megastar kind of behavior. If you're a megastar, you don't show up every single week. I think Brock Lesnar was the guy who normalized that, at least in the WWE. He did. That's right. And let's see. AJU hearing news, Jade Cargill. I've heard a lot of news about Jade Cargill. I want to ask all of you guys, how do you feel, True and everybody else? Jade Cargill, I've heard that she's going to be at the Performance Center this week. I don't know why, but I look at any of the Jade Cargill news and I brush it away because I don't know if it's true or not. I thought that she was going to be with AEW for quite a bit, but, I would be lying if I said that WWE wasn't smart enough to also hire her, because she's good. She's got that appeal, she's got the looks, she's got the talent, so why not? But still, it just feels weird. I don't know what to say. Jade Cargill, the rumors say that she's going to be in the Performance Center this week. If she is, I think it's going to be pretty much confirmed that she is going to go to WWE. But I don't know if she will. I don't buy the rumors, at least right now. And let's see. Andy says, I agree with that. They shouldn't have spent that much. Well, I feel like Andy... TKO is on to something right now. TKO wants to make a point known across the industry that they're here to dominate. and they're not going to sit back and be second to anybody else. TKO is making, I believe, business-wise, very smart decisions. First of all, they got rid of everybody who they felt wasn't an asset to the company. They got rid of all the people who they felt that they were paying main roster money to, but they were not even on the main roster. If you look at the list of people that got released, most of the people, they were getting paid main roster money, and they were either off TV completely or they were on NXT. So they just did not find the value, right? So that's why they just got rid of them. And they're bringing in names like The Rock, maybe Ronaldo, again, to make this point known across the industry that they're not here to be second to anybody, that they'll bring in the big names, they'll do what's best for business. That's right. And I hope The Rock is in Rumble, says Ron DMG. I'd like that too. I'd like for him to be at least at WrestleMania. You know, I think that Rock versus Roman needs to happen. It's high time. Football, that's right, true. They should trip Roman off his title with TKO taking over. Well, Andy, if he's making money, if he's drawing eyes, TKO is never going to do that, brother. And here we are now. Up the top rope, Escobar going over, kick to the side of the head. Escobar now climbing up to the top rope. AJ, you hearing news like I heard about it. Yes, I did see a video of it as well. Nia Jax is back. Yes, she's back. Yeah. How do you guys feel that Nia Jax has returned? I'm not the biggest fan, but you know, I see that we've traded Matt Riddle with Nia Jax. I see that. I'm not a big fan of either, so you know, but still. But I guess good for Nia Jax. I thought she was done wrestling. I think she said, you know, when she retired that she was not going to wrestle anymore, but she is here. She's back. Brian Pillman Jr. hasn't officially made his next debut yet. That's right, Andy. AEW. So I always felt that, you know, I was wondered, and I've actually brought this question up in previous live streams as well. What happens to the main roster members who go back to NXT? Do they get paid NXT money, or are they still on the main roster payroll? Turns out that they're still on the main roster payroll, and that's what TKO did not like. They were like, okay, if Ali is making main roster money, and you know he's getting paid main roster money, but he's only on NXT, why do we need him? You know, that's what they thought, and that's why they got rid of him. Let's see. An elbow strike here from Escobar. Randy says Jade Cargill probably winning the Women's Royal Rumble. It could happen. Very much can happen. According to sources, Triple H and the creative team are sending Jade Cargill to the main roster. I think she's main roster ready as well, so why not? I can agree with that. Yeah. And here we are now. Mysterio looking for the 619. Turned that into a spine buster. Pretty cool. Angelo Dawkins. Escobar running in and breaking that cover. Yep. Montez Ford here right in time. Thrown over the top rope, actually, from Escobar. Angelo Dawkins with a big punch. Oh, Big Show would be proud. Escobar knocked straight out. Rey Mysterio thrown over the top, and he lands over on Montez Ford right there. And True says, then use the main roster talent on the main roster. Yeah, absolutely. Or maybe just stop over hiring. If you don't know what to do with all these wrestlers, maybe just stop. And I think TKO will do that. I think they will stop over hiring. It seems like it. And I'm hearing Vince is going to go. So, you know, Axios, the very controversial, you know, news site in America, Axios basically put out a report saying that Vince McMahon, based on, you know, his stocks and everything with TKO, it seems like he could be looking for an exit because his stocks and terms and condition of his stock allow him to leave, unlike the other investors. So Vince McMahon could be looking to make an exit, is what Axios claimed. But here we are now, a loss for the Street Profits. Angelo not happy. Bobby Lashley looking pretty disappointed. I'm here, and Andy says that will be the worst decision, having her to win the Royal Rumble if that's going to happen, says Andy. Yeah. And LW wins, that's right, Tony. Yep. What if I enter? Okay, Mustafa. All right, that's cool. I'll support you, Mustafa. Ricky says, AJ, you're hearing CM Punk. Yeah, that's old news now, right? CM Punk. It's terrible, but what can you do? He's already, the rumors are out there that he might be coming over to the WWE, so who knows? Who knows if he'll be here in a few months, but wait a second, Lashley is walking out on the Street Profits. Yeah. He's walking out. Yep, Lashley has walked out on the Street Profits, you see right here. Resident Evil AMC, good to see you. We're live again indeed, brother. Good to see you. And LWO for life, says Ricky. I don't know what the future is for the Hurt Profits, Street Profits now. Mr. McMahon is going to get fired by TKO. So in one of the filings, TKO apparently also mentioned that Vince McMahon can be, can attract negative coverage for the company in the future, or could have a negative impact on TKO overall. They realize that, they have said that on record, so it would not be surprising if maybe a year into the business, TKO and Vince McMahon do part ways. It's very much possible. Vince McMahon probably will leave. I feel, he could leave in a year's time. Yeah. That's right. While Raw and NXT heading to NBC next year, that's what I'm hearing. Well, we have heard that indeed. It seems like Raw and NXT might be leaving the USA Network, might be leaving the NBCU umbrella. So who knows? SmackDown is joining, but Raw and NXT might be leaving. Nick Khan needs to fire Kevin Patrick. So, yeah. Yeah, but kidding aside, we don't want anybody to lose their jobs, right? We don't want that. We're not that brutal. Even Riddle, I don't like him, never liked him, and, I still feel bad because at the end of the day, it's a human being who lost his job, and that sucks for everybody, right? I'm pretty sure he's got money to support himself. He's got to be fine, but still, it sucks to see somebody losing their job. Even though if I don't like Riddle, it just sucks. And let's see. Great to see you too, Resident Evil AMC. Hopefully things are good and safe down there in Raccoon City, my friend. Good to see you. And Kip Sabian, a 10-time X Division champion. He's the best. And SmackDown gonna go back to the USA, says Ricky indeed. And hopefully not gonna be Tuesday nights again. Hopefully it will be Friday nights. Hopefully. David, welcome. That's right, SmackDown USA. But it's going to be a year before that happens. We still have to wait for a year, so it's a long time to go. Not smart to abandon TV network television, says True. I agree with that. There's a big percentage of people who still, consume their favorite shows via cable and via network television, so I agree with that. And we got, Ricky says, maybe Raw and NXT go to FX Network, owned by ESPN. Who knows? As you see right there, Rock's returned. So, it was socially the most viewed video of the year, but also the second most SmackDown of the year. It did not skyrocket to the first. It was the second most viewed SmackDown of the year. But it's pretty cool, We barely get surprises in the WWE anymore most of the times. They are announced beforehand. But in The Rock's case, it was indeed a surprise. That was pretty damn cool. And now Austin Theory. He's throwing a fit here, ringside. Wow. So Theory definitely feels disrespected, does he not? And yeah, Ricky, that's right. Yes, David, it's going to be 2024. Not anytime soon. We have to wait a whole year before SmackDown will join USA Network. Grand Slam. That's right, true. Tonight we're going to be getting 2 hours of Rampage. So that's going to be nice. We got RVD debuts on Collision. Amazing, brother. Looking forward to it. RVD on Collision tomorrow night. Indeed, Ricky. Rock appeared, and then rest of the show was ass. No wonder it was the second most viewed episode of the year. Otherwise, it would have been the first. After all, The Rock showed up. But yeah, that's what happened. We also had Pat McAfee showing up the same night. Adam Cole and Jon Moxley got injury last week on Dynamite, says Ricky. I heard about the injury scare. But did you guys hear about Tony Khan? Tony Khan danced on Dynamite this past Wednesday. That's crazy. He sucks at it. He should not be dancing. Definitely not. But he did, put off a few dance moves on the stage. Pretty good for him. And Andy says Asuka will be leaving WWE in 2024. She will be retiring. Says Andy, is that official? Damn. If that really is true, wow. First of all, the one thing that comes to my mind is that so quick. So she's 41 years old. I see. Does not look 41. When you said retiring, I'm like, come on, retiring in her early 30s, 41 years old. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I best believe we should enjoy every single one of her matches, right? Because she's a true talent and definitely will be missed in the ring. So definitely, we should be enjoying every single one of her matches. That's right. Awesome. Not everybody can go as long as Mickie James can, right? Mickie James still kicking ass, still doing pretty well. And she definitely broke that glass ceiling where in the industry, the mindset used to be like, okay, if she's turned 30, 32, 35, she can't go on any longer. But Mickie James definitely broke that glass ceiling, and she is still going, still kicking ass, still a legend, and still important in the industry. So that's that. We got, what else do we have here? Let's see. Rey Fenix, new international champion over Moxley. That's right. And Eddie Kingston, a new ROH champion. Of course, the decision had to be changed, I believe, last minute because of the injuries that happened. So that's that. Tony Khan, keep yourself backstage. Better don't dance, says Ricky. That's okay, brother. We will find out soon enough, says True. Mickey is going to go heel on Trinity soon. It seems like it, brother. Trinity is still the champion, right? So she's doing well at Impact Wrestling. She seems like she's happy as well. With Impact, you get this kind of flexibility that you don't have to travel, you don't have to show up to work every single day. You don't have to work house shows. So you get the flexibility. And if you're somebody like Trinity, you are making decent amount of money too. You don't have to be grinding. You don't have to be taking independent bookings. You're going to be fine. And Trinity seems to be enjoying that life. And she's champion too. And she gets to be on TV. So, it's a win-win for her, without a doubt. The 10 Knockouts tag match was good, says Andy. I see Mickie needs to turn heel, says Andy. I agree, Mickie James should always be heel. We got Sludge, good to see us. Sludge says, bye, Matt Riddle. Yeah, Matt Riddle is gone, surprisingly. He's no longer with the company. But I've got to say again, I don't like Matt Riddle as a wrestler, as a character, but as a human being, it sucks to see somebody, losing their job, their bread and butter, even though I'm pretty sure he's going to be fine, but still, it sucks. So I wish him the best. I absolutely do wish him the best. And it's so, wait a second, what Vinny is this? Who's that? What's happening? Oh, okay. Okay. Was wondering who is that? That makes sense. Okay. Cool. Adam Pearce running around with Austin Theory. Good thing the Brawling Brutes is a thing and this faction is a thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been surprised if Rich Holland or even Pete Dunne would have lost their jobs. But of course, they're still here because of the Brawling Brutes. Speaking of the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, apparently his contract could be up next year and it's set to expire next year. So we don't know. I mean, there's already rumors out there that he could be leaving the company. If he does, that's got to be pretty much a big surprise, as big as Dolph Ziggler, getting released. But we shall see. Oh, Street Profits now right here. We got Devlin, by the way. Good to see you, Devin. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Wow. Really? That's crazy. That is insane. So basically, these guys made their debut when I left, and I come back 3 weeks later, and Bobby Lashley already wants his suits and everything back. Okay, so this whole thing lasted like 3 weeks. Okay, I see it. Jordan Grace resigned with Impact. Re-signed with Impact. That's awesome, Andy. That's great to know. Wow. I wonder why. I wonder why, really. Maybe she just felt that Impact was the right place for her. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are still here. They had to show up, otherwise TKO would have felt, why are we paying the main roster money? That's why they showed up. That's the only reason they showed up. Nick and Ryan Nemeth tag team. It should have been... that'd be hilarious. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually happens. But I feel like if Nick wants for it to happen, it will happen. I think so. And Devin says, looks like they really are doing something with The Rock in Theory. I wonder why. I wonder, the last time that they gave Theory a major match, he won that match. And I'm talking John Cena. John Cena was in Austin Theory. He defeated Cena for the US Championship at WrestleMania. And after that, it just went nowhere. They went nowhere with that win. And Theory did not get a push. He was not on camera, on TV every single week. And then he ultimately lost the title. So I wonder what will be different this time around. And if Theory does get a match against The Rock, which is pretty big, hopefully, they use it to the fullest. The redhead from NXT says true. Yeah, true, keeping it real. We don't have to know her name if she doesn't even make an appearance on the main roster, right? Alba Fire, Isla Dawn should have been women's tag champion, says Andy. Hopefully will be. Let's see. Hopefully we do get to see them more often because we know they're very talented. We've seen them on NXT. They're pretty fantastic. Would like to see more of them. Trish says Bobby's suits are too small. That's what he likes to do, brother. He likes to flex. He likes to show off himself, so that's why they're small for a reason. This is the main event. I truly want to see Io Sky, the champion, versus Asuka, the challenger. So do I, brother. So do I. Ricky says, who Dominic faces at NXT No Mercy is 1 week. So Dominic was set to face... Oh, wait. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. So Dominic was set to face Ali, but of course that did not happen. Ali has not been released. So I wonder if that match will even happen or if they're just going to find another replacement. And you think Dominic gotta go face Wesley or Dragon Lee? I think there's a big chance that he faces Dragon Lee. If the match actually happens for the North American title, there will be a shenanigans in the women's title match, absolutely. And here she is. Wow, Asuka looking good. Wait, is that Asuka? Oh, that's Asuka. That's Asuka, right? Is that Asuka? I don't think so. No, that cannot be Asuka. Oh, that's Asuka. I don't know why. In my head, I was like, that's not Asuka. That's her opponent wearing her mask. But no, that's Asuka. That is Asuka. Yeah. I don't know. Something felt different. Maybe it was the lights. The lights were not that dark tonight. But I thought that was maybe Io Sky with the mask on. But no, that's Asuka. And Asuka versus Io Sky for the championship happening up next, Tony. That's right. But before that, we are going to go to a commercial break. Dominic was to face Ali. Now it's up in the air. Wesley left. That's right. Yep. And app is Asuka. It's Asuka, not Io Sky. I know, guys. It's Asuka. Asuka indeed. And True says there will be shenanigans, so I'm expecting some shenanigans to happen as well. We shall find out. Ricky says, I pick Io Sky to win. Yeah, me too. I don't see the championship, being dropped tonight on SmackDown, so I do expect for that to happen too. We shall see. And with that being said, we are now on a commercial break. So they came down to India, guys, right? And I don't know why. Maybe they underestimate their own market over here. But they came down. This is the funniest thing ever because, whenever you go to a place or you put on a show, the WWE always has this truck or maybe two trucks and they're selling merchandise inside the building, outside the building, all that stuff. They came down here. They had one shop all the way, I don't even know, like 2 miles away from the building. And, when I went to the shop to see what merch they were selling, they had already packed up by the end of the show. And I was like, what merchandise are you selling? They said, no, it's done. We're not selling anymore. I said, okay. I said, what merchandise were you selling? And they said, oh, it's listed over here. And I looked at the list of the merch that they were selling. Guys, I'm not kidding. They only had listed John Cena merch. That's it. They only brought with them John Cena merchandise and Rhea Ripley. That's it. That's it. I'm not making this up right now. The only merch, the only t-shirts, wristbands, whatnot, was John Cena and Rhea Ripley. One Rhea Ripley shirt, everything else John Cena. And they also bought replicas. I asked them, what about replica titles? They said, yes, we had 5. So they came all the way from the US to India, and they only brought with them 5 replica titles to be sold. And they said all 5 were gone, obviously. And I asked them if they were commemorative or replicas, and they did not have an answer. They did not know the difference themselves, I guess. But yeah, they only brought 5. That's it. I know, Gary, I should put on my I don't have my sunglasses tonight. I don't, so sorry about that, Gary. My brother, once again, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Typical sister, yeah. Stereotyping the fans. But no, the fans in India were more than happy to have John Cena over here. And one thing that I did not understand at all was the fact that the show was so short. It was such a short show. It was crazy. I think that I've seen movies that are longer than the show was, really. It was short. And it was a 2-hour show, or I would say less than 2 hours. 1 hour I was literally standing, in the media section, and I was walking around, I was taking pictures. The second hour I actually went to a seat and sat down. And the moment I sat down, I think I saw one match, and then they announced it was time for the main event, which I did not understand why. Because I had only been there for like an hour and 40 minutes, and they were already announcing that it was time for the main event, and the fans went crazy. And I was like, how innocent are these fans? Are you kidding me? You come all the way to an international location and you're putting it less than 2 hours of show? I don't know. But it was a super short, the shortest show that I've ever been to. It just blew my mind. And I also have to say this. The place wasn't good. So, the Gachibowli Indoor Stadium, right? Apparently, there are 2 stadiums within the vicinity. Wait a second. We're now here with Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman. Let's take a look. So basically, they have 2 stadiums in the vicinity of the whole Gachibowli area. And one stadium is like a decent 5,000 seat stadium. I believe the other one where this match took place was 3,000 seat stadium. And, even though it's fantastic having the WWE here, I feel like they underestimated their own power, their own selling power, because they chose a shorter stadium and there was no air conditioning in it. Or if it was there, it was just, I did not feel it. And, the lightings was not great. There was a lot of stuff that could have been better. Of course, the wrestling was great, but if you talk about the amenities or the seats or the stadium itself, they could have chosen a better one. There are better ones in India, for sure. That's right. And True says they chose India for propaganda and money grab. Whatever the case might be, I'm just happy that they came to India because I got to be there and I got to interview the stars. So I was happy, and I hope that they come down here more often. Just this time, they choose better places. Better stadiums. I hope so. And Ricky says a fan was fighting the crowd. I did see it. So fans started to fight amongst each other because of John Cena t-shirts. So Cena threw a t-shirt of himself into the crowd like he usually does, and the fans started to fight. They started to snatch the t-shirt out of each other's hands. It was just hilarious. Yeah. But speaking of fans, guys, I was surprised. I was humbled, surprised, because there were so many moments when I was walking somewhere and lots of people, groups of, I believe, friends, fans, they just came running and they're like, AJ, can we take a picture? And I was like, okay, all right. I did not know, but of course, all these people came from Instagram. They knew me from Instagram, and they were pretty cool, very nice. I was walking in the hotel where the wrestlers were staying, and I was walking there for the press conference, and there was a crew, a whole crew with cameras and everything walking past by, and somebody says, welcome, Mr. Wrestling News, welcome to India. And I look back and he's like, I follow you. I'm like, okay, thanks for that. So that's pretty cool. It was nice to see that people recognized me, that they appreciated me, and I felt very nice being there. It was awesome. Great. The top star Jim Uso angle sucks so far, says true. Really? And how's the other Uso doing over there in the Red brand? I heard that the Judgment Day wanted to have Uso in their faction and he declined. Yeah. And Paul Heyman must not be dyeing his hair anymore. Yeah, the wise man does not need to have black hair, you know. White hair is a sign of wisdom, so to appear wise, I believe he chooses to go with the gray hair now. Jay is at Raw, he's wait, Ricky says Jay sucks. Okay, when he came, wait, Charlotte Flair? Shenanigans. Yeah, True said that there'll be shenanigans, and here she is, shenanigan herself, Charlotte Flair, making her way out. That's what I say. Whenever True mentions, something, I don't see it as a prediction. I see it as a spoiler. Io Sky is one of my favorite Japanese female wrestlers since Carrie and Hikaru Shida. I get why, Tony. She's one of the best, absolutely, to do it. And here's Charlotte. AJ, I'm surprised nobody hired you, sister. Thank you for that, Run DMG. Appreciate that. And the funny part about this is that after the press conference got over, this is so funny because after the press conference got over and John Cena left the building, I had a few of the press reporters come up and they're like, "Sir, can we take a picture with you?" I'm like, "Okay." I don't know where this is coming from, but okay, let's take a picture. But it was very nice. It was great. And my brother Run DMG, thank you for the love. And Gary says, "I look for Bailey to screw Io Sky." Yeah, I see something happening too. Jay's angle isn't as bad, but it's not good at the moment. I think they're just trying to find where he belongs right now, right? Where he belongs in the Red brand. He's finally going solo. I don't know for how long, but he's finally going solo. For maybe the first time, if I'm not wrong. So definitely, it's they're testing the waters. They're trying to find a spot for him, I believe. And it's going to take a while, but if he fits in, he'll fit in. If he doesn't fit in, I'm pretty sure he's going to go back to the bloodline. Definitely. And here we are now. Io Sky grabs the hand of Asuka. Asuka, what a getaway that was. Pretty cool. Headlock locked in on Io Sky now. Io Sky trying to get away, throwing over. Oh my goodness. Asuka gets Io Sky down on the mat. Headlock locked in pretty tight still. Broman says, Flair here to hog the spotlight. You know it, Broman. You know it. I know, True, yeah. Just gotta take it in. Just gotta take it in. Thank you for that. It felt great. I was so surprised to see all the love. I really felt loved that weekend. I really did feel really loved. And, the next morning, I was about to check out from my hotel. And I was approached by some of the Sony executives over there, actually. Sony, as I said, they carry the WWE programming here in India. So Sony executives, they recognized me, and they were pretty cool. And, I definitely made some friends over there. The right people. Sick of Ashley Flair, says True. Yeah, I really wanted to have her in the press conference. Ashley's very nice. And here we are now. Asuka offering a handshake. Is Io Sky gonna... I think she's gonna kick the hand. Definitely will be a kick. Yeah, knew it. Asuka knew it as well. She gets the hand away, and now a series of kicks to Io Sky. Irish whip here. Io Sky trying to get Asuka down. Asuka with a nice reversal. Goes for the cover. Io Sky kicks out. Was about to go for the clothesline. Asuka one step ahead again. And Io Sky being tossed around over here. Asuka in the corner on the second turnbuckle. Io Sky climbing it and gets Asuka down right hard. True is toxic. Wait, Ron DMG, why are you saying that? No. He's just... True is just putting forth his opinion, right? That's it, Ron DMG. And here we are now. Kick to the head. And we got Io Sky down. Asuka dominating right now. Are we going to go do a commercial break? Seems like LUVR, yeah. Did we not just come back from a commercial break? Okay, it was a quick one, but we are now back on a commercial break yet again. Let's see what's going on right now in the... So no other releases apart from Matt Riddle tonight, right? That's it. Okay, yeah, no other release, I believe. Matt Riddle was the only one. Still crazy that Riddle got released. Absolutely insane. And let's see. That's right, true. And what else do we have here? Andy says, typically SmackDown breaks. Yep, that's right, brother Andy. Once again, I missed you all a lot over the past 3 weeks. I did. And I'll be, once again, sharing the entire video, the entire vlog with all of you guys shortly on the channel, where you'll be able to see the entire day that I spent with the WWE that day. And apart from that, what else was I doing the past 2 weeks? So the vlog will be up on the channel very shortly. Let's see. Wait a second. I see there has been another release indeed. So there was a performance center recruit. His name was Abadi Fitzgerald, and he has been released from the WWE. He actually took to his LinkedIn account to announce that he has been given the pink slip. So you don't really see people, wrestlers, taking to LinkedIn to make announcements, but this guy, it speaks of his professionalism. He took it to his LinkedIn profile to announce that he is no longer with the WWE. And Andy says, AJ, my brother Nathan got in Jamie Hayter figure. Really, Andy? That's sweet. That's sweet. Jamie Hayter definitely getting some fans. Yeah, that's sweet. Sorry about that. That's a commercial break. I wonder what the commercial break is for. It seems like that's a film or something. Yeah. Yeah, it's a film. So, in Bollywood especially, right, songs, like, they are a must for a film. There should be songs in every film. I don't know if you guys watch any Bollywood films or have watched films but Bollywood, but there's got to be at least, now, okay, they've kind of, now the trend has started to change, and now there are some films where you don't see songs, but in a typical Bollywood film, at least 10 years ago, there had to be at least 5 songs in every single film. It was funny, and now things have changed, and now you know, they've kind of slimmed down on that. But earlier we used to have at least 5 songs in every single Bollywood film. And let's see, True says, always trolling with WWE in his mount, but fanboys for AEW on his channel. Keep my name away. What's going on here, True? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What is this about? And Andy says, Angelina Love making an appearance for our Witch this weekend. She challenged Athena for the women's title. That's cool, Andy. Okay. And now we are here back for the commercial break. We got Io Sky running over to Asuka. She gets her shoulders down, going for the cover with Asuka kicking out very quickly. The match goes on here. So no shenanigans just yet. Charlotte Flair is sitting very quietly ringside, has not really stolen the spotlight just yet. Io Sky now looking for the big one. She climbs the top turnbuckle, Asuka right behind her. Oh dear, and she pushes her off. She goes head first into the top turnbuckle. Oh, and a slap to the face of Asuka. Asuka down. Io Sky looking for the dive from the top, and she gotta be able to do it. Let's see. Oh dear. Series of kicks here from Asuka to Io Sky. And that's right, a superplex here from Asuka to Io Sky. Io Sky knocked down hard. She's going to go for the cover. That's right. Cover. And Io Sky with a kick out. Bailey not looking happy at all. Dakota Kai either. But good for Dakota Kai. You know, she really, I've got to say, good for Dakota Kai. Because if TKO were to find out that, hey, she's not even on TV, why are we paying her any money? Yeah, she probably would have been released as well. But, you know, maybe not because she was on the injury list. But good for her. Good for Dakota Kai. Even before she's cleared, she gets to be on TV every single week. Pretty nice that they were able to find a spot for her. And here we are now. Elbow strikes after elbow strikes here to Asuka. Io Sky finally trying to get in control. And Asuka goes for the cover. It's a 2 again. And running over one more time to the ropes. Io Sky following suit. It's a clothesline. Not the best delivered, but going for the cover down on Asuka, and it's a kick out again. And I see some heat here between Drew and Run DMG brothers. I've got to tell you, don't get carried away. Really, it's not worth it. I'll tell you guys. You know the differences that we have in opinions here when it comes to especially wrestling. Don't get carried away, guys. It's not worth it. Really, I know that you guys are wise and smart, and you know what you're saying and what you're doing, but my only advice would be don't let wrestling carry you away. At the end of the day, it's just fun, right? We're just having fun here. So don't let your emotions or anything get the best out of you here if it comes to differences in opinions, because it's not worth it. You know, it's not. So much love to everybody. Once again, I respect both of you equally. So I would just say don't get carried away. It's not worth it. That's right. Here we are now. Once again, elbow strikes from Io Sky. Was going to go for the kick. Asuka grabs her leg. Io Sky now with a kick to the side of the head of Asuka. Asuka down. Let's see. Thank you for that, bro, man. Thank you, Andy. You know I love all of you guys the same. So, and I've just felt that. I just feel that, it's not worth it. People argue sometimes over politics, over other stuff, sometimes over religion, over wrestling, and it's human nature to do so. It's in human nature to do so, to have your own favorites, to have your own. But I just feel like it's not worth it to argue. Really, we're not benefiting from it, and here we are now. But if you want to argue in good sport, in fun, that's okay. That's all right. And now some kicks. Another kick right here, backhand. Now the one thing that we can argue about, though, is iPhone 15. And let me know who here is getting themselves an iPhone 15. Because I always am on the receiving end of heat when it comes to the latest and the greatest in iPhones, because I'm always one of those guys who's like, yeah, I'm getting myself a new iPhone, so I always get heat for it. But I'd like to know who here is getting an iPhone 15 or already has got an iPhone 15, because I, as you know, I've got like a couple or more than a couple Apple devices right here at my table. And I'm going to get another one. But let me know if anybody else is joining me and getting a brand new iPhone here, guys. Thank you for that, True, my brother. That's right, Andy. I totally agree with that. And Run DMG, I get that, but, much love once again. That's it. And here we are now. We got Asuka thrown over the top. She's trying to make her way back into the ring. That's right, she did. True. Something is off. I'm telling you, something is off about Asuka tonight. Even those backhands, as you mentioned, True, she missed those horribly. Even the entrance, for some reason. Oh, and look at that. Did you see that power bomb right there? From the ring apron down to the floor, that was not very well done either. Something is off tonight. Even though we're getting this kind of a dream match, something seems a little off. And I just got a Moto G2 months. Any thoughts on that? That's sweet. 2 months ago. I like that, Gary. A Moto G2. Let me look that phone up. I'm not sure. Moto also comes with some pretty cool phones. That's for sure. Pretty sweet. Okay. Nice. Congratulations, my brother Gary. So over here, it's ridiculous because in India, you know how much they're selling the iPhone for? I can see, by the way, nobody is with me on buying a new iPhone. I see that. So over here in India, right, they're selling a new iPhone for, 1 second. They're selling it for $601 more than they're selling it in the US for. So if in the US, the iPhone Pro Max, let's for say example, the iPhone Pro Max is selling for $1,100, in India, it starts at $1,700. So they're selling it for $600 more, which I find ridiculous, but what can you do about it? That's right. And Gary says the phone is smarter than me. What can we say, brother? That's what is happening right now, right? All these devices are smarter than us, I guess. But we don't have a breaking point, hopefully. But the devices do, so that's where we are better. There's nothing toxic about me. You spoke about dear. Yeah, I get that exactly. So again, I'll say this, right? I know that you guys are very, very. I've known you for years now, right? Not even months or weeks, for years. And I know that both of you guys are, and all of you guys actually, are smart and you're very, very wise. And again, I'll say it again. The difference in opinion, they should be encouraged. They should not be, pushed down. Should not be. I feel like it opens a floor for debate, and a healthy debate is the best debate. And a chat wouldn't be fun if it wasn't for such debate. So I would say that encourage the difference in opinions. Don't push them down. That's what I would say, So that's it. My brothers run DMG true. I know that you guys are smarter than this, so yeah, you guys are doing well. But let's see what else do we have here. We got 2.5 years with me, AJ. That's right, Andy. And, we're looking at more 2.5 years and more, Andy. That's for sure. That's right. Come to think about it, my TV is smarter than me. Gary, I can tell you that, these devices might make you feel that they're smarter than you, but they're not. You are the guy in control of the phone, of the TV, so you are definitely smarter than the devices. Don't let them think you otherwise, And let's see what else. Guys, also, I've got to bring this up. Wait, are we back from the commercial break? We are. I was actually going to tell you about, a device that I recently purchased that was supposed to be a smart device, but it's actually super dumb. We'll talk about it after this match is over, but right now we are back for the commercial break. Of course, the Women's Championship match still going on. We got Io Sky right now in control. Asuka rolls her over for the cover, but Io with the kick out very early. Asuka's going to go for the clothesline. Io turns it around into a suplex. Goes for the cover, but Asuka kicks out. Io Sky is in disbelief right now. Yes, she is. Is anybody going to WrestleMania? Has anybody made plans for, WrestleMania next year? Let me know. And here we are now. Asuka. Definitely Charlotte is going to slide right in. She's got a submission hold locked in real tight on Io Sky. The shoulders were down, so Asuka's actually getting pinned, but she realized that very quickly. And now a kick to the side of the head of Io Sky. Io Sky goes down. Asuka goes for the cover. Io grabs a rope, causing a rope break. The match goes on. Win it for Kairi, Io, says Tony. Yep, she probably will. Or Charlotte Flair is going to slide in. Let's see. And Ron DMG says, I'm going to go to SmackDown on 29th and Dynamite October 4th. I see. All right, Ron DMG. I'll tell you, guys, if you guys have blocked each other, that's cool, but yeah, as I said, it's not worth it. It's not worth to waste your energy on a negativity. I wouldn't say so. Don't everybody, I wouldn't. And let's see, I'm gonna hang outside the Royal Rumble building since it's gonna be in Tampa, says Andy. I see. Really? Okay, that's cool. So Royal Rumble. How much are the tickets for, guys? Let's see. And here we are now with a few elbow strikes over and over again to Asuka. So Royal Rumble and pay-per-view tickets can be expensive, right? I remember going to SummerSlam and paying $200 or $400. I don't even remember now. I think $250 for sitting all the way up at Barclays Center. So for a typical Raw SmackDown, $200 or $400 would get you actually pretty close to the floor, or even on the floor seating itself. But for SummerSlam, was all the way up. So yeah, these pay-per-view tickets can be quite expensive. Let's see. True, and Run DMG, okay, I see you. You guys here with very similar comments, I'll tell you that. I see, okay. And here we are, once again, Asuka is in control, shoulders are not down. Yeah, she's now being overpowered by Io Sky, who gets her back to her feet very quickly, rolls Asuka over for the cover, a possum pin. Asuka now rolling her up and trying to lock in the submission hold again. Io Sky trying to make it to the ropes, but Asuka has got her, and she gets her down. This could be it. And if Io Sky loses, oh no, there she is. Charlotte Flair is getting out of her seat, guys. She's getting out of his seat. Charlotte Flair is walking over. Yep. Shenanigans. Bayley grabs her leg, places her on the rope, causing a rope break. But Charlotte Flair to the rescue. Yeah, Io Sky's got to roll Asuka over, and she's going to win. That's for certain. Oh my goodness. Knee strike to the back of the head. Asuka is out. Io Sky now climbing the top turnbuckle. This is ridiculous. Come on. Charlotte Flair, only if she could have been a little bit quicker. Io Sky is victorious, guys. She's defeated Asuka. She's done it. My brother Andy. I get that, brother. I don't plan on spending money with WWE anytime, says True. I get that, okay. Come on, Io Sky, says Ricky. Dude can... See, that's right. Yep. And Io Sky has yummy... Oh, my goodness. Ricky, we gotta keep it PG, brother. You know it. We keep it PG. No. But no, she is a good-looking woman, and here we are now. Did Dakota Kai's hair got even pinker? It definitely looks like it. Oh, she had the white... She used to have the white streak in her hair. I guess she got rid of it, and it's all pink now. No wonder. I see it. You don't have to be sorry, Ricky. That's okay. That's all right. But Io Sky's done it. She's still the champion, guys. That's right. Adam Pearce here, probably with the speculations for tonight's match, the main event.
As discussed, the contract for the tag team match.
I don't care. As long as this match is not tonight, I'm fine. Who made that decision?
Look, I just want to get your...
Wait, I thought this match was actually happening tonight because they had advertised for this match to happen tonight, but Adam Pearce says it's not happening tonight, it's happening at Fastlane. Okay. So it's not happening tonight after all, right? I see. I'm surprised.
Decisions like that.
They had literally been advertising that this match would take place tonight. What?
From the tribal chief. First. Let me know what he says, OG.
Andy, apparently we were gonna have Uso and Solo Sikoa versus AJ Styles and John Cena in the main event of the night, but seems like Adam Pearce has just said that the tag team match will happen at the pay-per-view, not tonight. Interesting. I'll be right back, guys. Just a minute. Be right back. Alright. Hopefully that was less than a minute, but here we are now. Brawling Brutes are on their way out. Wait, wait. Ricky says it's a bathroom break. Okay, is that right? What match is this? Why is this a bathroom break? Oh, okay. Austin Theory is up next. No wonder it's a bathroom break. So we're getting Brawling Brutes versus Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Interesting. I find both Theory and Waller very, very annoying, so I think that's a very suitable tag team right there. BS Contract Brawl, you know it, true. And it's Fight Night, baby, says Tony. Indeed, brother, but before that, we have to go to a commercial break, don't we? We are now on a commercial break indeed. Let's see what else is going down in the world of the dirt sheets. Is there any other news? Any other firing or something going on here? Yep, nothing just yet. Dana Brooke has posted a statement saying that this is not the end, that she will be back. That's sweet. That's good for her. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, so we now know the reason why Matt Riddle was apparently released from the company. Okay, and it has more to do than just budget cuts. So he was informed that he is being released at about 5 p.m. today. And it says that Riddle took to Twitter to thank the fans and told them that he will be seeing them soon. So Riddle obviously wants to go to a different promotion altogether. But let's see, what else do we have here? A lot of people apparently... Okay, so the dirt sheet here says that Riddle made headlines earlier this month after being involved in an incident at JFK Airport where he accused a TSA agent of, inappropriate behavior. And he has not been featured on television ever since that JFK incident. So people thought he also was pulled from several live events and the September 11th episode of Raw as well. So people apparently thought that, okay, it was because of that incident that Riddle has been fired or released. But Fightful says that Riddle was never planned for a return and was not a part of their creative plans following the incident. So apparently, the incident had something to do with his release, which is very interesting. So Fightful says, of course, he was part of a storyline with Drew McIntyre prior to the JFK airport incident, but those plans were just scrapped. It's very interesting. I mean, so Riddle was the one who accused the agent of inappropriate behavior, but in turn, he was the one who was pulled from live events. He was the one who was pulled from television altogether. His plans on TV got scrapped, and he got released. So there's got to be more to it. I believe the whole accusation or the incident was just tip of the iceberg. There has to be more to the story, which I guess we don't know, and we probably will not know either. So that's that. Before Sheamus leaves, they should have him a champion. Andy says that Sheamus should have one more title run before he leaves the company, which he might next year, brother. That's right. Maybe Matt Riddle gonna go to AEW, says Ricky. Now I feel like Matt Riddle is much like Enzo Amore. You know, Enzo Amore, a very controversial name. People liked him. He was out there, but again, he was just... It's hard to deal with Enzo Amore. I feel like Matt Riddle is much like Enzo. And now that we know that the JFK incident had something to do with the release, Tony Khan might want to look into the background, might want to, actually get to know the real story before hiring him, because he doesn't want to invite any problems for his company or himself. So if I was Tony Khan, I would definitely look into the background of it. Definitely. Man, I've got these big lights right here. And, with the sunglasses, I don't realize it, but the lights are so bright that my eyes really hurt right now. You've got to be kidding me. You want to know how bright these lights are, guys? 1 second. Without the lights... Oh, wait. I can't. This won't work. But without the lights, this whole room will be like all blue. But yeah, damn, these lights, these diffusers are bright. Yes, true. That's what Fightful says, that they released him because he got harassed, which makes no sense to me, or which should not make any sense to anybody. How do you accuse somebody of inappropriate behavior and get punished from it by your employer? That's gotta be the tip of the iceberg. There must have been some investigation behind this. Wait a second. What is going on with the pretty deadly, right? What's going on with these guys now? What the hell? Is this guy a physical therapist now? What's going on? All right. All right, Elton, get well soon, my brother. And Gary says, I'm still a 420 Pro, and that has nothing to do with Matt Riddle. I see you. I see you. Okay. Once I was boarding a train in New York, Queens, and there was somebody who had a t-shirt that read something like 420 or, some weed reference. And the cops decided to do a frisk on him. They just tried to do a random search on his bags. And when they did, they found weed on him. So it's not the smartest thing to wear a shirt that says 420 or it says something about weed. And actually, when you're carrying weed, especially, it was just funny when that happened. Let's see, what else do we have here? Tony Khan is RVD already. You know it, true. You know that. Enzo signed short-term in NJPW. Yep. That's right. Ricky says it's a weird story, and that's why I'm saying there's got to be more to the story. Perhaps, who knows? Perhaps the TSA accused Matt Riddle or slapped him back with some accusations. Who knows, really? And that actually happens a lot, especially in corporate structure. Says true. Wait, what is that, brother? Oh, you mean? Oh, I see that way. Yeah. Corporates, that's why they say you gotta sell your soul to the devil if you're gonna be a corporate man, because you don't know what goes down there in those big offices. I'm at the age where I don't care, I don't have to hide, but I do. I see Gary, my brother. You're awesome. And the Yes Boys are playing injured thing is getting old really quickly. Well, it was the first time that I saw it, Andy. Seemed funny, but it's probably going to get very old as well for me and by next week. That story, Matt Riddle was harassed, was broke a few weeks ago. So weird, says Ricky. Well, ever since that story broke, he has not been featured on television. He has not been anywhere except for India. So, I don't know. But all these stars who came to India, are they getting released? What's happening? Shanky got released. Matt Riddle got released. Apparently, Shanky was never flown back to the U.S. either, guys. So that's very interesting. He's still in India, apparently. He posted a picture from the Golden Temple and, writing that, writing thank you, God, because, of course, trust God, and he knows that God has a plan for him. So Shanky, grateful. And I'm pretty sure Shanky's going to be just fine. He's going to be finding a job. When I interviewed Shanky, I don't know, guys, have you checked out my interview with Shanky? Let me know. Show of hands, how many of you guys have checked out that interview? Let me know, guys, and we'll talk about it. Why am I watching the European version of the New Day? That is hilarious, yeah. The only guy that we're missing right now is Sheamus. That's true. And that is so funny, Tony. We got Andy, true, that's right. Ricky says WWE is going to go to Australia being Elimination Chamber in February. That's right, they are indeed going there. My only question with this match is who's going to turn on who for it, really? Do you think that Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are not going to be loyal to each other in this match? That's not going to be very good for them. I don't know, let's see. I personally feel that they're not going to turn tonight, considering it's only going to bite them in the back. So we shall see. At least they give Shanky a ride home and a check. Yeah, they did, brother. They not only did they do that, but they gave Shanky an Intercontinental Championship match. That's pretty damn good, right? That's pretty damn solid. To get an Intercontinental Championship match is pretty damn cool. It's awesome. That's right. And yeah, AJ, I had checked it out. Now, Shanky's a class act. That's right. Andy, thank you. I'm glad you were able to check out the interview. Ricky, thank you for that. I'm glad you were able to check it out. And Ron DMD as well. Shanky is very classy indeed. He's good. He's good. I was surprised. It was the first time that I was going to talk to him. So before Shanky approached me and he came over to me. So the way that media scrums work in the WWE apparently is that, as media, you find a spot for yourself and the wrestlers will go around the room and they'll come to you. one by one by one. Of course, there were some media personnel who could not find a good spot for themselves apparently, so they tried to squeeze in, or they tried to just interrupt. That was pretty rude. When I was interviewing Natalia, there was like a fight going on because a lot of the media personnel wanted to just get in between, and that was not gonna go. So when I was interviewing Natalia, there was a lot of background drama going on, but that was that. But yeah. That's how it went. So if you're a media personnel, you find a spot for yourself. The spot that I found for myself, I thought that was the end of the line. That was like the last spot in the room. Turned out that the wrestlers were starting from there. So they started with me and they went around the room. I thought that, okay, this is probably the last, I'm going to be the last spot. But it turned out I was the first. That was pretty cool. Everybody else thought that I was going to be the last as well. But no, it was the other way around. It's pretty cool. I did not want to get in, I did not want to. It was like the apparent first spot was very crowded, and people were trying to just fight in and get in first. And I did not want to do that. So very, very patiently, I said, you know what, let's just go to the back. And turned out that was the first. That was that. That's right, Andy. Thank you for that. And we got True says, saw some of the interviews. Natty looked happy to see you. That's right, True, she did. I'm glad you brought up Natalia, brother True, because I'll tell you, Natalia is so nice. So you probably have seen it already. She shared all the posts that I shared leading up to Superstar Spectacle. And, in the DMs also, I messaged her that I was eagerly looking forward to seeing her. She replied. She was very nice. And at the actual media scrum, she was so happy when she showed up, and she was very gracious, very nice. She took the time to, do the interview. And after the interview, I saw her a couple of times, and she was very happy, very nice. Shook my hand, and always said, "It's nice to see you. It was great to see you." Very nice lady. Natalia's a class act. Really cool. I would say that out of all the people that I met, actually, I don't know, guys, if you saw the Imperium interview, I made Gunther laugh. So I made him smile. It's a rare thing to do so. If you're talking to the ring general and he's the champion, he's got Imperium by his side, he doesn't smile. You know it. But I made him smile. So I made him break the character, even though it was for a split second. And I'm very proud of it. Check out that interview. Check out that moment. It's my favorite moment of the interview. So, that was that. But out of all the people that I interviewed, right, everybody, and all the people that I met that day, also I met this guy, Braun Breaker. I'll tell you a story about that as well. But out of all the people that I met, I felt that everybody was so humble and down to earth and everything. The only people that I found a little bit cocky, they were Veer Mahan and Jinder Mahal. A little bit cocky, I felt. But everybody else down to earth and sweet, that's for sure. And Shanky just needs a gimmick and not dancing. He's not Disco Inferno. You're right, Run DMG, absolutely. And that's right, Andy, picked the right spot. That was cool of her. That's right, true. Natty's the kindest person. She had even followed me on Twitter. I love that, Tony. She's actually a very kind and a very genuine person who really cares about their fans. Really does. If you look at the post that she made after Superstar Spectacle, or take any show for that matter, right? She will always post pictures of herself with the fans. Whereas a lot of other stars will post pictures of themselves in the ring, she will always post pictures of herself with the fans. And that shows a lot about her character. That's right. True says that was hilarious. Yeah. And yeah, I did make him do that. I did make him break character. Yeah, that's right. I asked Vinci, about him. I asked Vinci about his character in NXT. When he used to come out smiling and smiling for the camera and everything. I asked him if he would bring that side of him back to the main roster along with the Imperium. So in response to that, Vinci said that everybody here is standing, looking pretty good. And when he said that, I looked over at Gunther and I said, "Well, that's true." And when I said that, Gunther laughed. That was pretty cool. You know what, Run DMG? I was prepared for the ring general. I was prepared. It was a question that I asked Gunther. I asked him about, what name. This was funny because I told Gunther that when he is happy with Ludwig and Vinci, he gives them a hug. But when he's upset with them, he chops them. So I asked him, what name would you give the relationship that you have? What kind of relationship is this, right? Where there's pain and there's love. So I asked him this question, and he was taken aback because I don't believe that he was expecting this sort of a question. So he went silent for a second or two, and he was like, I'm not gonna give it a name. And I was like, really? Is that the best that you have? And then he went full into character, and he says, I think that's a little bit of an intrusive of a question, actually. And I'm like, okay, now this guy is fully into his character. It was pretty cool. I loved it. That's right, true. You know that I keep kayfabe alive every single time. Even if I show up as a press reporter, I will keep kayfabe alive all the time. You can trust me on that. All the other people, okay, you know what, let's watch this match right now because I've got some funny stories as well about the other journalists. But right now, Pete Dunne getting in here. Tag being made to Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland with the net shoulder tackle here. Austin Theory off the apron right here. Ridge Holland gets Grayson Waller up where he wants him. Yep. Targeting the ribs of Grayson Waller. Tossing him down to the mat. Ridge Holland in control. Tossing him around the ring here. Yep. Waller in big trouble. He's now looking for the belly-to-belly. Ridge Holland with the best to do it here. Great belly-to-belly suplex. Again, nobody does better belly-to-belly than I believe Drew McIntyre. He does the best belly-to-belly suplexes in the industry, I believe, right now. Really does. And Gary says, Super Showdown just announced my neighborhood November 12th. I like that. Gary, I like that. Are you going to go? And here we are one more time, targeting the legs. Ridge Holland down. Austin Theory, Grayson Waller working well as a team so far. Going for the cover on Ridge. And Butch getting in here. Breaking it up. So, yeah. I was about to talk about the Imperium, right? A lot of the mainstream media, again, most of the media personals over there, they looked at Gunther and they thought he was the world champion just because he came out with the title. And some of the people thought that the faction as a whole were the champions. So right next to me, there was a lovely lady from a mainstream media channel, and she introduced the Imperium as the champions of WWE, and Gunther was like dumbfounded, and so was I. And then she's like, can you tell us your names? And I'm like, what? So these guys do not come prepared at all, even though the WWE sent out, the whole detail about who's going to show up, what they are, their names and everything. They still did not know the names of these people. It just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Yes, Ron DMG, my brother, tonight we're actually getting 2 hours of Rampage. Yep, it's a big special show. Yep. And here we are now up on the shoulders. Ridge Holland getting away. Headbutt to the chest of Austin Theory. He gets him where he wants him. Slams him down hard to the mat. Austin Theory in trouble. Ridge going for the cover. And Theory kicks out. The match continues. Wow. What time is it? Really? Wow. I'm surprised. It's been about 2 hours already. I'm surprised. Yeah, time definitely does fly when you're having a good time, right? And now Austin Theory in trouble. We got the code breaker locked in here from Ridge Holland. Butch climbing on the back of Grayson Waller as he was about to get into the ring. So we got a sleeper hold locked outside of the ring. We got a code breaker inside the ring. Grayson Waller pushes Butch over to the ring post. Butch goes down. Grayson Waller getting in here, stuns Ridge Holland, and Austin Theory gets him on top of his shoulders. And there we are, A-Town down, going for the cover on Ridge, and Theory with the victory. As I said, I was not expecting a turn to happen tonight, and the reason for that was, these were two heels who just wanted to get the victory, and they would get it at any cost. And that's right, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller with a much-needed victory right here. SmackDown almost over, Andy. Indeed, brother. Yep, it's almost over. Again, we don't know what the main event is, right? Because we were supposed to have the tag team match main event in the show. Even the local, advertisement for tonight's show right here in India, they had listed John Cena, AJ Styles versus Solo and Uso as the main event. But apparently that's not the case. Apparently Adam Pearce had some other plans for us. So that's that. Oh, okay. So the contract signing is going to close the show? Okay. All right. I wouldn't be surprised if people start tuning out of the show right about now. So we're not getting to the match, but instead we're getting to the contract signing for the night. All right. Guys, how do you feel about Elimination Chamber going to stadium, right? It's going to be the first ever Elimination Chamber that's going to take place inside a stadium. I'm very excited about it, and to be honest with you guys, the fact that this match is taking place inside the stadium, it opens up a lot of possibilities, because until now, the complaint was that the arenas these days just don't have the capability. They're not capable of holding the good old chamber that we used to have back in the day, that the arenas are not well equipped anymore to hold a chamber of that capacity, of that size anymore. But now that they are going to a full-on stadium, they could very well do that with the help of cranes and whatnot. They could very well have a full capacity, a full-size elimination chamber that we used to have back in the day. I'm not talking about the miniature chamber that we have now. I'm talking about the elimination chamber that we used to have in the 2000s. Right? They could do that. They should do that. After all, they're going to a full-on stadium. And does anybody know that Adam Copeland will show up on Collision? Does anybody think that he'll show up on Collision is a question from True. I mean, I don't think so. But let me know, True, if you think so. Anybody else? If you think that Adam Copeland Edge will show up on AEW Collision, let me know. What stadium are they having it? So, brother Andy, they're actually going to Perth. They're going to Australia for Elimination Chamber. Let's see. Chamber, Perth. Let's see if we have the name here. So it's pretty cool. After I went to the press conference and everything, they have added me to the list of their, media channels that they communicate with regularly. So now if there's a breaking news, big announcement, anything, TQ directly, I get an email from them. So I got an email for this as well. It's nice. And let's see. So it's the Optus Stadium. They call it the Optus Stadium. That's where the show is taking place. I believe it's the first ever wrestling show to take place in Western Australia. First ever WWE show, that is. So that's pretty cool. Stadium would make sense for the chamber. Indeed. And, again, if they're going to the stadium, they should definitely bring back the good old chamber, the big one, not the miniature one. I really hope that they make the right decision and bring back the real chamber. They should. I hate these lights. I never knew how important my sunglasses were until tonight. Like, these lights are bright. Oh, dear. And there we are. Without the lights, this is how it is, right? Without the diffusers. But with the diffusers, as you can tell, very, very bright. Back from the commercial break now, guys. It's time for the contract signing. Should be it. Yeah. Yes, Andy, I definitely will. All right. So Charlotte and Bayley are going to have a match next week. That's pretty cool. That's nice. Interesting. So Lashley basically wanted the Street Profits to return the suit to return everything. He wanted to end the relationship with the Street Profits. And next week, Lashley is going to appear on the Grayson Waller Effect to maybe make it official, to let the world know what he really feels. And we'll probably have the answer to our questions about the Hurt Business. And if really it has come to an end, we're going to find it next week on the Grayson Waller Effect. And here we are now with Adam Pearce, the contract signing about to begin. Let's see. And Queen Charlotte versus Britt Baker's role model and Ricky Stark's best friend, Bayley. You know it, Tony. That's a nice way to put it. Back in the 80s, NWA War Games events were held in stadiums. Why not for the Elimination Chamber, says Andy. Absolutely, Andy, brother. Bobby is going to beat up Waller. Yeah, definitely. But whatever happens to the Hurt Business, I think that they will still, exist. I think so. I don't think that they're going to be wrapping up things so quickly. Definitely not. And here we are now. John Cena is here. And guys, if you did not know the whole story behind his attire, it's the Indian cricket team's color, or the Indian flag's color in general. The orange, the blue, the white. Yeah, that's Indian color right there. John Cena. And he's wasting no time, guys. He comes in, his music's still playing, he makes his entrance, he grabs the pen, he signs the contract, and it's it. That's it. He's wasting no time. I like that. By the way, did I tell you guys that John Cena had Z security when he came here? So Z security here is a top-notch security, which means that everywhere he goes, he had police escorting him in the country. And, he went to the airport, and when he did go to the airport, they held the traffic for him. So first he would fly off, or he would enter the airport, and only after that they would let the civilians in. So he had top-level security in the country, guys. Like, big security. Yeah. Even if you... Wait a second. AJ Styles is being attacked backstage here, guys. Cena never eats Scott. Probably should, right? And here we are now. Uso attacking AJ Styles in the back. I think Cena should definitely be heading to the back as well. Yeah, that's right. Cena's wasting no time now, running over to the back here. Solo Sikoa. Is Solo going to go for the dive? No, he's not. No, he's not doing it, right? Oh, he is doing it, seemed like it. He's gonna go for the dive. Oh, he dives down. The camera angle made that look brutal. Yeah. Man, this is bad camera work. They should at least have shown us the aftermath of that dive. But the cameraman's not gonna do that. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's what... Oh, wow. So first we were gonna get a match. They canceled the match, and then they said we were gonna get a contract signing. Seems like we're not gonna get the contract signing either. Okay, but I agree, True. The tights definitely seemed too tight for him to run. I have one word for Cena: nightmare. Says, oh, actually, I'd like to see that too. You know what? Do it. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. And give me Roman Reigns versus The Rock. I would totally buy that card. I mean, I would be so into it. I would like that a lot better than Cody versus Roman. Honestly, I know that, fans are okay with it and fans like Cody. So for that reason, they want Cody Rhodes to become champion. I know that, but I don't want to see that. I think I would definitely like to see Cody and Cena And apart from that, Roman Reigns and The Rock. Reigns versus Cody at WrestleMania just seems cheesy. I don't know. I don't want it. Yeah, I know it. I know. I got it. I got what you wanted. His shorts definitely seemed tight when he was running. Yep. With that being said, we are once again on a commercial break. About 15 minutes to go before the show is going to be over. But currently on the commercial. Let's see what else do we have here. Any other news on the dirt sheet or something? Let's take a look. Nothing yet. I wonder if Riddle is the last person to get released, or if more are to come. Maybe there will be more releases. Who knows? But Riddle has been released, guys. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. So, as we know, Hit Row's Top Dollar got released, right? But Adonis and BFAB are still with the company, apparently, which is quite interesting. How do you release the Top Dollar, but you still have Adonis as well as Ashante? So, I'm sorry, and BFAB. So, they actually worked a dark match as well tonight. Yeah, they worked a dark match before the show went live tonight, and they're still with the company, and they're still wrestling here. It's quite interesting. I don't know what the future is for the Hit Row, especially without Top Dollar, but definitely seems like they have some plans for them, or they will have some plans momentarily because they are not out, but Top Dollar is. Cody is gonna... I never liked Top Dollar anyways. You know, I did not like him in the ring, did not like him on the microphone, did not like him overall. I was just never a fan of Top Dollar, so yeah, I'm not going to miss Top Dollar. I probably will miss Matt Riddle more than I'll miss Top Dollar, that's for certain. And now AJ Styles is being stretchered away. You know, Mia Yim is still with the company, guys. Mia Yim never gets used. Ever since she's returned to the company, all she's ever done is just stand in the corner and root for the OC or for you know, AJ Styles and the boys. That's it. She has not really wrestled ever since she's made a return, but she's still with the company. Yeah, he can actually work. You're right about that. But BFAB, I wonder what's next for BFAB here. Rocky versus Creed. But one thing I believe is for certain, that Hit Row will be in the past. That Hit Row will not coexist as a team. I don't think so. Wow, Andy says, Andy's not a fan of my idea. Andy says that I will not watch that match. Roman versus Rock is boring, and that is just my opinion. So Andy does not want to watch it. I see that, brother. I mean, to me, I think I'm a mark. I think I'm a mark in that way because I was very excited about John Cena and The Rock, and I have been for years very excited about Rock and Roman Reigns. I think I'm just a mark in that way, but I want to see that match pretty badly. I think just the build up to that match would be crazy. I don't know how do you get me excited about Cody versus Roman when you can give me Rock versus Roman. I mean, just the storytelling, right? Just the background, family, tribal chief, you know, Hollywood star, just an unbeatable champion. It just makes sense. If we talk about Cody and Roman, it's just going to be a rematch, and Cody Rhodes is going to be like Superman. Yeah, I can't get excited about that. Rock versus Creed Part 2. Cody versus Roman Part 2. I see that, brother. Okay, all right. I see you, Tony. And here we are now. AJ Styles is being stretchered away. Oh, Carl Anderson is still here. The Good Brothers are still here. You know what, True? I feel like Vince pulled it for a reason, and the reason has to be 4 decades of WrestleMania, right? WrestleMania 40, they have to give us something big, something that the fans will remember forever and a day, and there can be nothing bigger than Rock versus Roman, right? And WrestleMania 40, 4 decades of Mania is the way to do it. I think so. That's right, Tony. I say put Top Dollar in the same category as Towers. I get that. I think that's pretty. Yeah, I think you're right with that. I don't know. Maybe Towers is a little bit more toxic. I don't know. I mean, Tyrus gets a lot of criticism, for the stuff that he says, especially on Fox, right, or social media as well. I don't know what Top Dollar, is like in person and what kind of mindset he carries, but I know that Tyrus gets a lot of criticism for being toxic by the fans at least, so that's that. But I do agree, wrestling-wise, probably the same category, Gary. Good to see my brother Andrew Nautic. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, brother. If you hear me, I know it, Tony. And here we are now with Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and Uso. I wonder if John Cena is going to come out and ruin the party for them. Yeah, who mentioned that Paul Heyman has stopped dyeing his hair? Because you're right, you can see the white and the gray. Yeah. Pretty significantly. You couldn't see it before.
Ladies in Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, my name.
Wow. You know what, True? They might do that. LA Knight Super Over, LA Knight John Cena together. Oh dear. Oh dear, that would be crazy. It's possible. And you know what? LA Knight hasn't been here all night long. It is possible. It's possible. Tyrus was waste for a wrestling company. Yeah, and now he's done wrestling altogether. He dropped the title to EC3. I don't know. I think that he could have found a better person to drop the title to, but he dropped it to EC3, and the stipulation was such that if he were to lose the title, he would also be forced to retire. And he's retired now. He's done wrestling altogether. That's right. Top Dollar can't wrestle, says Gary. Yes, brother, we've seen the dive. We all remember the dive. Yeah, that's right. It's not like Heyman was fooling anyone with his hair. Yeah, you're right. He wasn't.
Well, look what happens when you mess with the bloodline.
Guys, how long has it been since Roman Reigns has been on TV? So the past few weeks when I was not here. Did Roman Reigns show up even once? I like how they still call themselves the Bloodline, but there's only 2 people here now. I like that. You're right, True. You're right.
Far away from the bloodline. Hey, check this out. John gonna end up in an ambulance anyways. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. And John, check this out, Oos. I've been waiting to tell you this. You're the twos.
Oh, John Cena coming out right here. Going out for Solo Sikoa. Gotta love John Cena. Throwing Solo Sikoa over to the steel steps. Now running over to Uso. John Cena. Shoulder tackle. Looks like he's gonna go for the little 5-knuckle shuffle. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Solo Sikoa is gonna get him in right here, right? And throws over the t-shirt. Solo Sikoa is gonna go for the spike. John Cena gets him up here. And now the numbers game. Uso with the super kick to Cena. Cena down. Since you were gone for 2.5 weeks, Roman hasn't shown up at all. There you go. Of course, that's a tribal chief for you. Okay, thank you for that, Andy. Thanks for that. Wow. I don't feel as bad about leaving then. I felt that, okay, it's been so long I haven't been here. But look at Roman Reigns, the champion. He hasn't been here either. I guess that, that just shows that you're mainstream, main star quality, I guess. And here we are, True says top star James Uso, still not back in the bloodline. Roman has been gone for a while, exactly. And they still have the audacity to call themselves the bloodline. How's it the bloodline when there's only 2 people here? Where's The Rock, says Tony. I know he did not get paid for it, brother. Did not get paid to be here tonight. They'll have to release a bunch of other people to be able to pay him to show up again. I'm just kidding. Yeah, where's Cody? I know, Tony. I know.
What the tribal chief Roman Reigns thinks about all this.
I agree totally, Andy. And here we are now. Jey Uso is gonna go for. Wait a second. And now Solo Sikoa is getting John Cena up back to his feet. Samoan Spike. And now Uso is gonna go for the frog splash, or is he not? No, he is gonna go for it. Oh, he's not. He's just enjoying his seat here from the top, I guess. Yeah. Oh no, he is. He is. He is gonna go for the frog splash, indeed. Yep. It definitely seemed like it. True. Yeah. I don't know if it. Yeah, that seemed just. I don't know. Something seemed off. Just like True said, somebody's missing their cue. Something seemed off for sure. But okay. With that being said, we are ending the show here with Solo Sikoa and Uso standing tall, John Cena laid out flat, and AJ Styles being helped out of the belt. And so we shall see what happens, but Uso now signing the contract. I know, it just seemed off. It just seemed like an awkward pause. I know that Uso pulled up that "you can't see me," but that still did not make up for the just absurd amount of time that it took for him to deliver that splash. I think that maybe he felt that they had gone off the air. I don't know. But it definitely did take a long time. And Solo Sikoa now signs the contract as well. They have it down. The match is official. We are going to get the match at Fastlane. John Cena and AJ Styles apparently. Wait a second. Not AJ Styles, because AJ Styles has not signed the contract yet. So that still is to happen. So there is still the catch. AJ Styles has not signed the contract yet. True, just put out the possibility that we might be seeing LA Knight teaming up with John Cena. It could happen. We don't know if it'll happen, but it could happen. So far, one thing's for certain: that that Uso will be there, Solo Sikoa will be there, John Cena will be there. But who will John Cena be teaming up with? That is still not certain. We shall find out. And thank you, Andy. Thank you. I will definitely see you Monday. Much love to you. And yeah, that frog splash definitely took a while. With that being said, the show is wrapping up. And Tony says 2.5 stars out of 5 stars. Yeah, I can agree with that rating as well. And take care, Andy. Much love. Time change background. That's right, Ricky will change the background. Not a good ending, says True. I agree with that. That was not a good ending overall. Could have been a lot better. Andy, take care. Much love to you. Take care, brother. And with that being said, now it's time for AEW Rampage. So let's change the channels. Let's switch gears. Let's go over to Rampage. 1 second. With that being said, trying to find the perfect colors for Rampage, guys. Wait a second. I think this is good, right? I think this is good, yeah. All right, now it's time for AEW Rampage. Let's go. Yeah, much better. Much better. Look. All right, I like that. And all right. I know it's a little bit orange, but I think it's okay. It doesn't hurt my eye anymore. Let's see. Okay, Tony says, I'm going to go watch NXT Level Up. I'll return for the second half of Rampage. All right, Tony, I'll be seeing you there, my brother. Have fun watching Level Up. Gary with a 6 out of 10. Yeah, the show was okay. I mean, SmackDown was an alright show. Not the best, but an okay show. I would have been happier if the, contract signing actually, had a conclusion to it. Right, it's leaving some question marks. I would have been happier if we actually had a tag team match at the end of it, but I guess we'll see. And are you going to be live tomorrow for Collision? Yes, Ricky, definitely. And Ricky with a 5 out of 10. So overall, everybody just says that tonight's SmackDown was average, nothing special. And I can agree with that. With that being said, guys, let me switch over to Discovery, because that's where Rampage is at. All right, just 1 second. Broman says 7 out of 10 just because I got to see some Io Sky. Yes, we got to see that match that we had been waiting for quite a bit. Io versus Asuka. We did get to see that, so that was cool, definitely. All right, so let me very quickly get to Rampage. 1 second, guys. One second, I need to get, it sends me, oh, there we are. So basically it sends me a code to log in. So I was just waiting for the code. Here we are, logged right in. Cool. And now we are into Discovery. Let me find Rampage very quickly. As I said, Discovery carries, all the AEW shows here, so it's much easier now. Earlier, I had to rely on those shady websites, but now, no more. Now we get all of this on Discovery. Okay. And Roman says, no soul, the mic are respected. That's right. And the mic is flying. Yeah. The mic is flying indeed. I know, bro, man. I know sell it, brother. I don't sell stuff so easily, Again. Wait a second. Oh, goodness. That's terrible. I guess Discovery is running a bit late right now because at the moment they're not carrying Rampage. Interesting. So let me show you what I'm seeing here. So at the moment, this is what they're showing on Discovery. They're not they're not streaming Rampage at the moment. They have tennis going on, table tennis. Do people actually watch this thing on TV? Really? I don't get why. I don't get who. But apparently there's a market for table tennis as well on TV. I guess Rampage is a little bit late here, so we're gonna wait. Is the show on for you guys? Let me know if it is. Until then, I'll try to find if I can stream it on one of the shady websites or something, or maybe on Twitch. Just 1 second, guys. But right now, seems like Rampage is not on here, at least in India. So we'll try to locate it. Man, it's been a while since I opened up Twitch. It feels so weird to be here again. Somebody has to be streaming it, right? Somebody's got to be streaming it. Let's see. Yeah, True says, yeah, people watch it. Rampage is on. All right, True, thanks for that. I'm trying to find a stream. I am on Twitch right now. And nobody's streaming it. It's terrible. Nothing. Yeah, nobody. Apparently, Twitch is now strict about what you're streaming or not. Earlier, when I was with Twitch, they told me, AJ, stream whatever you want. Just don't get cut. So that was their advice for the creators. They're like, stream it. As long as you don't get cut, stream it. So, that's just how it is. But now I believe they're strict, and they're not. People are no longer streaming the show, so they've got to be strict, I believe. But yeah, guys, Rampage is not. I can't watch it. This is always an issue with Rampage because for some reason they don't give Rampage the priority over here. So often at times I see that they don't air Rampage, instead they air random sports like table tennis. I'm trying to look it up. True. Nah, I can't find nothing so far, but I'm trying to look it up. Let's see. Yes, I did. They're still streaming this. They're still streaming tennis. It's crazy. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, we were supposed to have some very good matches. I wish I could find the stream, but I can't. Tonight we're also getting Daddy S and the Acclaimed versus the Dark Order for the World Trios title. We're getting Orange Cassidy Hook and Chris Statlander versus Danny Magic, Anna Jane, Angelo Parker, Sky Blue and Julia Hart, and more tonight. So, of course, tonight is a 2-hour special of Rampage. One of the reasons why I was very much looking forward to the show, but yeah, I cannot find a stream to it. Let me look at the listing if I can find it on here and see if they are going to be streaming it after all in India or not. Second. No, no, Ricky, we don't. There is no HBO Max, and even if HBO Max would have existed here, they wouldn't be carrying AEW because, you know, in India, the rights to AEW, they are with Discovery, so they are the ones who carry it. Wait, so I'm getting commercials for Wrestle Dream, but again, nothing for Rampage. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna get Rampage tonight, guys. Let me see if I can find the TV listing and see if Rampage is on there. Oh, I see. This table tennis stuff is gonna go. Oh, I see it now. This table tennis stuff is gonna go on for like 2 hours more. So we're not getting Rampage. I see it. Okay, this is gonna continue. These guys are going back to the table. I thought it was over, but they're going back to the table now, and this thing is gonna continue for like 2 hours more. So we're not getting Rampage tonight, guys. I'm so sorry about this, but yeah, we're not getting Rampage. Not even on Twitch. Yeah, we're not getting Rampage tonight, guys. So sorry about that, but I guess I'll see you tomorrow then for Collision because I just don't have access to Rampage tonight. So I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for Collision. Until then, I hope that everybody has a good night, sleep well. Oh, also enjoy Rampage. I wish I could watch it with all of you guys, but I just don't have the access to it. So you guys enjoy. I'm surprised that the WD app doesn't have an AEW section. Yes, they don't. Very surprisingly, they don't have an AEW section yet. To watch the show, you have to go to the channel which carries AEW here, which is Eurosport. So they don't have a particular section for AEW just yet. Hopefully they change that. Of course, they have to change things here. You know, they have to start streaming Rampage Live regularly because a lot of the times when I tune into Rampage Live, you know, this happens. So that's that. Yeah, they're probably showing Rampage at a later time. Yes, yes. And the worst part about this is that they don't even announce it like they should, but they don't here. So either AEW should look into it, maybe change their channel partners or something else, but it's not working out here. Absolutely not. Once again, Ricky True, thank you. And sorry about leaving early, but what can we do? You know, what can we do? We have to, the power lies up there with Discovery. So once again, thank you for joining me, my brothers. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the love and the support. And I will be seeing you tomorrow for Collision. Have a good night, everybody. Sleep well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Take care. And I blame Tony Khan. That's right, Ricky. Take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Much love.